All right, so the sleeveless mechanic used Google AI to find out how much the dealership charges for this Range Rover Velour 2021, and it was fairly close. So we actually called the Range Rover dealership and asked them how much this customer would pay for an oil change there. $275 for an oil change at the Range Rover dealership on this 2021 Range Rover Velour. $275. So we were still able to provide the customer with value at $150 here at my shop here in Cinnaminson. And you get this handsome guy with the puddles of oil underneath the car.
Don't act like you don't do it.
Remember what we do. There's no different than a painter coming to your house and having paint drops all over the place.
I was installing carpet for a little while.
Yeah. Is this a good story or a bad story?
It relates to this.
It relates to it.
I was doing carpet for a little bit, and right after we installed the new carpet, we're coming up, we're just doing a final walkthrough to make sure we didn't mess up. And right on like the light beige carpet, we see orange paint drips all over. So then we call the customer, we're like, hey, we're not trying to rat the painters out, but like, this wasn't us.
Yeah,
obviously.
how about that? So sloppy painter. So that's part of what we do here. After he's done with the oil change, you would never know that there was a spill. So how about that? Get that in you, $275. So I just talked to Rachel and said we can still have value for the customers who drive exotic vehicles. Not only those customers, but our other customers who are not driving these ridiculous vehicles. And there is service and value and trust at your local shop, especially here in Cinnaminson. So when someone says to me that I can get this someplace else, like I'll give you an example. We had a customer stop in the other day and say that he could get an oil change for a Dodge Hemi. Was this 8 quarts?
8 quarts.
8 quarts at Walmart for $40. $57. We're like, okay, well, I guess you can, but you're not getting that here. I can't do it. And I don't know if they're even putting the right oil in his truck for that.
For that price.
Right. They might. Who knows? Even they fill his engine for that price. It's possible. I know 5 quarts is probably with decent oil is $30 over there. It may even be more. Filter is going to be between $5 and $10, and then you got to pay your mechanic something to change the oil. I still don't know where he's coming up with $57.
I'm gonna need some help getting this undershirt back on
Yeah. So you saw it here. So if you want a competitive price shop your competition or your dealership and see if there's value with your local garage. I know a lot of guys won't even work on Volkswagens, Land Rovers, BMWs, Mercedes. Like I said, if you're willing to spend, we're willing to fix, repair, and maintain. But how about that? The AI was like just about spot on. We called and ladies like, yep, that's about $275. We're like, huh, dang.